Okay, good evening everybody. How are you today? I hope your day has been fantastic. Hey look, I said this evening I'd love to come online and teach you a little bit more about your cookie dough platform, and particularly tonight about meal planning. Now I've been through quite a few different ways of meal planning over the years, and I've got to confess that I'm not a fantastic meal planner. So I wonder how many of you guys are the same, where you really kind of gets to 4:30, 5 o'clock in the afternoon and go, oh my goodness, what am I going to eat tonight? What have I got out? Nothing. Okay, what can I defrost quickly? What do I do? That's kind of how I pretty much rolled for most of my years until COVID hit. And then that was a real pivotal moment where I really didn't want to hit the shops every day to get groceries, or every second day. So kind of got a bit more intentional and started meal planning a bit. But I'm still not very good at being structured. I want to show you today some hints and tips. I wonder if you can relate to some of them. I wonder if there's some you can take on board so that I guess you guys can get a bit more organized as well and feel like you get a bit more control over, I guess, your budget. Because you know, when you meal plan, you can really take control of what you're spending at the checkout. And even things like feeling calmer at dinner time, to know that dinner's going to be all okay. Now I am operating my camera. I'm going to get behind it in a minute so that I can see what you guys can see. So hello to those of you saying hi online. I'd love to know in the chat, are you a meal planner? Do you use cookie dough, or do you write it down? How do you do meal planning? Or are you not a meal planner? That's okay. Been there, spent a lot of my life there, so I can totally relate. But I want to give you some hints tonight that hopefully make things a bit easier and demystify what you might be able to do as well. So I have logged into cookie dough. I am going to just give you guys a bit of a move around here so I can get you guys a bit closer. Excuse my really bad camera skills. Oh, see, look, I can't drive this thing. I've got both the Thermomix on, and I've got, let's just go up here a bit, both the Thermomix and my laptop, because what I want to do here is I actually want to show you on the laptop what you need to do, but I also want to show you then how that looks on a Thermomix. So you can see here I'm logged in to cookie dough. Hello Carissa, hey Rob, lovely to have you guys on this evening. I can see a whole lot of others. Feel free to say hi, and I would love to know, meal planner or not, what are you? So here we go. We've got cookie dough. This would look very familiar. Some of you guys were on the other night and you've watched the replays about how to personalize your cookie dough. If you haven't done that yet, go forth and do that. Check out that replay. But we're going to go up to my week. Now I have started planning out my week, so you will see there are some recipes in here already. Now this first way that things are viewed is not my preference of ways, by all means. That it might be yours where it scrolls down the page. However, I function better going across. You can see it's get cooked today, tomorrow, day after. I must have two things on that day. Then it goes down further. So you can see here, it continues down. I have actually tried to plan out this week's meals. We are on the road. Space is of essence, and I don't certainly want to spend my time at the shops. This is my preference though. This is how I like to plan. So I decide. So first of all, I just want to check. Did you know you can do that? Did you know you can change it from a list view, just up the top here where it goes down the screen, to then an across view? Okay, so this is my preference. Now on your Thermomix, similarly, let me just wiggle you guys over to the Thermi. Let me just show you where that lives. So the little lines up the top here, we click on those and we go down to my week. Now I mentioned the other day that my week is not accessible when you're not connected online, because it's dynamic and it updates into, immediately. Now I am hotspotting tonight, I'm online, so my week will be available. But if you lose your cookie dough access because you're off the Wi-Fi or cookie dough goes down, you do not want to rely on your meal planner alone. So here you go. You can see that straight away it's that downwards again. It's that list view where it's going down. I don't want that one. I want this one up the top corner here. So when I click on that, it'll then come across the screen. Now, just a little tip as well. If you made something last week that you absolutely loved, this is your way to access it. Can you guys see the little arrow there? Click sideways and it'll allow you to continue going back through your weeks, which is just amazing. Otherwise, because if you're in the other view, you can't go back. It only shows you today and onwards. So that's on the Thermomix there as well. Now, something I do is I try and go back and I try and take those recipes previously, where'd that view go? And I try and put them into my bookmarks or into my collections. So you can see here, kid-friendly butter chicken. When I click on it, it'll allow me to open it straight away. I can add it to my shopping list, move to another day or remove. So it gives me those options. But if I'm on my computer and I do that, come back over here with me for a second. If I click on my crumpets, for example, here, was going to do them. I haven't done them yet, but I plan on it. It's on my to-do list, even though it was supposed to be yesterday. And I'll explain how I meal plan in a moment and why that's how I do it, because you'll notice it is yesterday and I haven't done it yet. But you'll see here, see how crumpets are here? I've got add to shopping list, move to another day, add to collection. This is kind of important. If you've made something last week and you loved it, put it in a collection. Okay, this is how it then stores in the memory of your machine. TM6, 10,000 recipes available to be stored in your Thermomix. TM5, you've got the cookie, you've got 5,000 recipes to be able to be stored in there. Heaps of space. So put them all in there. So that is important. I would do that. Okay, and then you've got remove as well. So what sort of meal planner are you? Do you like to have breakfast, lunch, snacks, and dinners in your planner? Now, when COVID hit, that's what I did, okay, last year. Here you can see I'm working with the ingredients I've got on hand. So we are visiting a macadamia farm. We were supposed to today. We had a home day in the end. Macadamia protein balls, sticky sesame chicken, macadamia milk, same macadamia nuts, yeah. A new recipe that I want to show you guys. You can see there, this is the plan for the week. But as I mentioned, I am no good. I confess, I am no good at making crumpets on Sunday and protein balls on Tuesday. And, oh no, hang on, what's Monday? Sorry. Sticky sesame chicken on Tuesday. But what I do is I shop to this list and I mix and match. You can notice though there's a few main meals missing at the moment as well. That's because we've got the freezer stash on board, and so I'm using those. But I would highly suggest that you don't have to stick to being Monday's this and Tuesday's this. And even those of you who like to HelloFresh your fridge, some of you guys do have a Monday box, a Tuesday box, a Wednesday box, which is a fantastic idea. It will save you buckets of money to do so. However, I can't do that. I am not that structured. I kind of get more to the afternoon and go, what do I feel like? Do I feel like chicken, beef, vegetarian? What do I feel like? But if I've got 5 or 7 recipes that I know I've got the ingredients for in the fridge, then I can mix and match, okay? I tend to look at my protein first, and I'll use my protein that needs using first, but that's certainly a great way to meal plan. The other thing I would suggest is start with your protein. So when you're planning out your menu, come on to Cookie Do for a second, and let's just go through this. So, I mean, there's only so many proteins, right? So for us, one of our base ones that my kids will always eat is chicken. So I can search my chicken, and if I've got something that's looking like it's a bit sad in the fridge, add that to your search as well. So chicken and zucchinis. I had a few of those this morning that just were looking terrible. And now we've got the results that fit in the criteria that we set the other day, and it's searching by relevance. Now, I do like to change this. I like to change it to total time shortest. Did you guys know you can sort? Because I don't love spending time in the kitchen, I love to know which are the quickest recipes. Now, obviously, I've got some purees there, not kind of our style, but look, chicken tagine, 25 minutes. How cool is that? Well, let's put that on the to try list, or actually better still, let's add it to my week. Let's put that in for next week. So I'm just getting organized for next week now. I love it when I stumble across a new recipe I've not tried before. I hope you guys spend a little bit of time occasionally checking out and seeing what you might find, because sometimes you see new recipes that you've never noticed before. So there you go. That one, I'm excited. I found myself a new recipe. You can see down here, I'm looking at things as well my family will eat, because the kids can be a little bit picky at times. But as we go through Kung Pao chicken, I've heard great things about that. I could open it up, by the way. I don't have to operate from just here. And I know some of you guys know this already, so I'll brush over this really quickly. But let's add to my week. And this is literally what I will do to fill in my week for next week. Now, I try and space my chicken out. I try not to have chicken 2 nights in a row or 3 nights in a row. So then I might go back to my search and I might go, okay, let's go with beef. Actually, better still, my kids probably won't eat beef, but they'll eat mince. Let's make it mince. Doesn't matter what mince, but they'll eat it. So remember, it's gone to relevance. Let's go for time, because that's important to me. Total time shortest. Does anyone else use that where they go total time shortest? Hi, Anne. Lovely to have you on today. I don't know why strawberry lemonade has come up with mince. That just, who knows. Anyway, let's go down till we find some meaty looking things. So a few other things here. Mince meat, turkey taco salad bowl. I don't think they'd eat that. It looks yummy though. I would. They won't. Let's have a look. What could I find? 1 pot moussaka, 30 minutes. Doesn't that sound amazing? So let's add to my week. Now, as I said, I'm probably not going to make these next week on the designated days, because I just am no good at that. It wasn't so bad when last year when we were so locked down because we were stuck at home the whole time, but really I'm no good at that. It's not how I normally roll. All right, let's look at next week. So I've got these 3 yummy things on the planner. My shopping list is empty. So I just want to take you through this because I know some of you guys haven't realized this capabilities yet. But when I come here, once I've filled in my entire weekly plan, click on it, add it to shopping list. Click on it. So I'm clicking on each one, add to shopping list. Click on it, add to shopping list. Okay, so now I've got all my recipes over here in my shopping list. Do let me know in the chat box if you've got any questions along the way, okay? I can see it because I am behind the screen at the moment. I could go straight to order ingredients. Now, order ingredients goes straight to your Woolworths online app. You can then add your extra bits and pieces, your tissues and whatever else you need, and swap in and out ingredients. So that's order ingredients. Super handy if you do click and collect or you don't want to go to the supermarket, you want home delivery, but it's with Woolworths online at the moment. Typically though, I go show ingredients. This is just my method. You guys might have a different method. And now we can see a list view. Now faintly over here, which you probably can't see, you're gonna have to trust me, there's little boxes. And these allow you to tick off what you've got. So this says baking ingredients, sugars, nuts and seeds, dark sugar. Now you guys know I use monk fruit sweetener. I'm gonna tick that off. I'm just gonna use that instead. The next thing says, didn't tick, there we go. Dried apricots. Yep, got those in the pantry here. Unsalted peanuts. Oh, I think I've run out of those. I'm going to leave them on there. You might see that it says 2 ounces. Most of you by now know my tip. So you multiply by 3 and add a 0. So 2 multiplied by 3, 6, add a 0, 60 grams of peanuts, unsalted raw. Okay, cooking wine. I will not buy that for the caravan. I will find something else, a vinegar or something to substitute. Tick that off. Tick off the water. Cornstarch. Oh, what's that? That is corn flour. Okay, or close enough to. I've got that on board. Couscous, I don't have that on board. I'll leave that. But you go through, tick off what you've got, and all of a sudden you are then left with things that, now, or just one other note here. I was going to say left with the important things, but one other note. You'll see here, it's had a little bit of a problem when it comes to the oil. Extra virgin olive oil and then olive oil. And sometimes you'll even see here, peanut oil, 1 ounce, 3 teaspoons. So occasionally you'll see that it doesn't recognize because the measurement is different. So just go through and I either tick it off and just remember that I need to buy a larger quantity or leave it sit there to remind yourself. Now you can scroll down, do that with the rest of these things. Also at the bottom, you've got the additional items. So you can type into there the extra things you require, like tissues and stuff. Now from here, there's a couple of different ways you can handle it. You could send this to somebody to collect it on the way home. So you've got options and I can share it. Okay, it'll allow it to be copied and pasted. Now, if you've had a demo with me over the years, you'd know that you get your list and it looks like Cookie Do's list. That's how I share it with you guys via text or email. Sometimes husband's got a list on his way home from work when he used to work in the office to pick things up on the way home. Printing it, so if you are organizing an event, say you've got a Christmas party coming up and you need to print out and get really organized, you could have it printed ready to go for when the event comes around. And then you've got clear all. You've also got your big green box, order ingredients. So that's your Cookie Dough link, not Cookie Dough, Woolworths online link there as well. So one more thing I want to show you is by recipe. Little tag at the top here. This allows you to kind of go, oh, what is that weird ingredient used in? Do I really want it? So for example, if I didn't want to fork out and buy peanuts, what ingredients, what recipe does that belong to? Do I actually need that in this recipe? So it allows you to go through and tick it off this way instead. So super handy to know, especially if you are doing substitutions for whatever reason. It might be that you need gluten-free flour. Can I swap that into this recipe or not? You know, if bread, you can't just swap it in. So here is my week. I'm just going to go back to that. So have a think today about what sort of planner you are. I hope you've taken a few tips away from it tonight, but it doesn't have to be planned to a T. You don't have to be that person who has everything worked out and you do Monday by Monday and Tuesday by Tuesday. It can be that you shop, set your proteins up, create your list, shop to those, and then your boxes in your fridge. If you want to take it to that extent and get really organized in your fridge, you might say sticky sesame chicken. By the way, that's amazing. If you've not tried it, give it a go. Korean fried chicken. Okay, so rather than having Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday boxes like HelloFresh, you could have your recipe names. Beef, I don't know how to say that, fajitas. I don't know. So you can then have those names on your boxes instead in your fridge, so you know exactly what you're going to make. Have that planning and that organization so that things are calm in your kitchen at mealtime. So let me get back in front of the camera. So I hope that helps. All right, you don't have to be super organized with your Thermomix cooking. You can mix and match it. I would highly suggest though that you take the time to put things in collections afterwards. It does mean that if the German's ever working on cookie dough and it goes down for whatever reason, or your internet goes down at home, you still got access to them. One other thought that's just come to mind, I have a very organized customer who actually takes her weekly planner and she creates a collection from it. And every month she rotates back through those recipes. So she has week 1 and she has her 7 meals and 7 snacks and 7 lunches for week 1. And she also has the corresponding Woolworths online ingredient list. So when it comes to week 1, she knows week 1 is in that collection. So she doesn't really use a meal planner as a planner like that. She uses it more that the collection has a week 1, a week 2, a week 3 and a week 4. Another way to do it, it works really well for her. Certainly another way you could do it as well if that's the way you like to go in your kitchen. But otherwise, guys, take care. It's been lovely coming live to you. Thank you for coming on and saying hi, some of you guys. Do reach out if I can help you in any way with your Thermomix, or if you've got friends and family thinking about one, I'd love to do a demo and I'd be honored to help them get a Thermomix in their kitchen. But otherwise, take care and I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now, guys.